Burn his ass out like a skillet. All that shit talking online, don't kill it. Throw them legs up and
Alright, so I'm back here once again to basically, I don't know, talk about the whole thing with Lil Xan and that 03 Greedo dude, basically, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting Tupac or whatever. Alright, so first of all, with Tupac's legacy or whatever, of course, y'all know Tupac is regarded as one of the greatest, if not the greatest rapper of all time. And I'm gonna be honest, I was one of them people, I ain't really troll for real, but I used to feel like, I honestly felt like Biggie was a better artist than Tupac. Until recently, last year, I sat down and I actually listened to Tupac's whole discography. Well, the 5 albums, you know what I'm saying, that he worked on, not the Post Malone stuff or whatever. But yeah, and honestly, after listening to him or whatever, I honestly see why people regard Tupac as one of the greatest of all time. He was versatile as far as like, he was conscious, you know, talked about the political stuff, talked about stuff, you know what I'm saying, that's going on in neighborhoods and stuff like that. He had party stuff, and he also had gangster stuff. But the thing that like separates him from the thing that separated him from like other artists during the 90s, in my opinion, is the emotional impact that he had. He had more emotional impact on the 90s generation of people for some reason. Like, just the words that he was just saying or whatever, I guess it really resonated to what was going on during that time or whatever. Cause like I had went on a trip or whatever with my family or whatever. I had jumped on the ox or whatever. It's me, my sister, my dad, and my mom or whatever. We just in the car or whatever. And I just started playing Tupac, and you know, I don't know, my dad, he was just, you know, he was listening to it, bobbing his head, saying the song, but he was just real emotional with it. Even my mama. And my mama, she not even, I can't, it's hard for me to see my mom even listening to that type of music sometimes. So yeah, I was kind of thrown off. But yeah, man, overall, like, I feel like Tupac is the GOAT, if not one of the GOATs or whatever. But as far as the whole thing with the 03 Greedo dude and Lil Xan, which this has been going on for like a minute or whatever, and I don't know if it's necessarily trolling or a publicity stunt. Like when Lil Yachty got on Ebro in the morning, they asked him about Tupac and Biggie or whatever. He basically said, I don't know 5 Tupac or Biggie songs. Of course, I feel like he was trolling. I honestly feel like Lil Yachty's 20. He's 20 when he said that he was like 18, I think. I was 19 during the time. I mean, I know that man heard some Tupac and some Biggie songs. That's a lot. He just trolling to get some attention. And he even reiterated and said that. But basically the whole thing with Lil Xan, they basically asked Lil Xan, you know what I'm saying, like he was doing an interview for like, I don't know who it was Clout something, I don't know. But they basically asked Lil Xan, what do you give Tupac's clout rating? And Lil Xan basically said a 2. And they asked him why. Or whatever, and he basically said he felt like Tupac music was boring. Okay, that's his honest opinion. Why are people going in on him over that? That's that man's opinion. If he feel like Tupac was a boring rapper or whatever, that's his opinion. Like Vince Staples said when he got into that argument, I think it was with Nori or something. But when he got to that argument, he basically said, you know what I'm saying, how can you shit on like this newer generation or whatever for not liking certain artists of the 90s? That's like me. I honestly feel like I don't really see what's so great about Illmatic. That's just me. Illmatic is regarded as one of the best hip hop albums of all time. I don't think that. I don't really see what was so good about it. And it turns out I'm not the only one. But that's just my opinion though, and I don't know, you just gotta respect it. But y'all looking at, you know what I'm saying, Lil Xan or whatever, y'all like, who is this guy? You don't really have the credibility to really be speaking on Tupac like that. And I'm like, but at the same time, if his opinion of Tupac is boring, that's his opinion. Let the man, you know what I'm saying? That's how you think. Now the 03 Greedo dude, he basically said, they asked him about the whole Lil Xan thing, and he basically said, you know, fuck Tupac ain't this, Tupac ain't that, Tupac ain't no real street nigga, all this stuff. Now that was really clout chasing because, and like while he was saying all this stuff, he basically said, okay, my album comes out this Friday or whatever. Be on the lookout for that. And I'm like, okay, we don't even know this guy, and this guy he's basically clout chasing, and people keep feeding into it. And then like, my thing is, why do interviewers, when they interviewing like the newer artists or whatever, especially if you know like this artist got a certain type of rap style, if they rapping about, you know what I'm saying, if they just rapping about drugs and pills and stuff and all that, why would you ask, you know what I'm saying, a newer artist about Tupac or whatever? We're like 20 years removed from the 90s, and y'all still asking questions about Tupac and Biggie to like the newer generation, knowing that most of these newer artists or whatever, they didn't even grow up on that type of music. That's like me. I ain't necessarily grow up on no Tupac and Biggie. I had to go back and listen to it and see what was so significant about it. And yeah, I like it. Ain't no wrong with going back and listening to it. But at the same time, y'all can't get mad at the newer generation for saying stuff about these older artists. And you look at the generation we come from, basically we grew up. My generation is probably, what, the 90s or whatever? Mid-90s, born somewhere in that time. And probably early 90s. But basically, we grew up on early 2000s music. That's basically trap music. That's like T.I., Gucci, all that stuff. Lil Boosie. That's what we grew up on. And that was more so of a like party scene. And a lot of people saw that era as like the D generation of hip hop. But basically what I'm saying is that generation, you know what I'm saying, spawned out, you know, newer acts. Like, okay, you got your Soulja Boys, you got your, who you had? Yeah, Soulja Boy, you got your Lil B's, you got artists like that, Waka Flocka, all them. And I feel like you need those type of artists or whatever to have some type of balance. And y'all saying that they ain't really rapping about nothing. I mean, it's like I said, like me and Jay said in the other videos, which is the Generation Gap video, it's plenty of rappers talking about the stuff that y'all want, that the older generation want. They just choose to highlight BS. That's even radio. But I can't really say radio. Like this is what the rap audience want. I mean, you got artists, I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is this is what the younger generation want. Don't shit on the artist because this is what the new generation of music wants. If some of these artists, like I was listening to Kodak Black last night, some of these artists, they can't have a positive message at times. The thing about it, they know what sells. They know what sells. That's like Wale. Most of the songs that he didn't have, like, and Wale is a lyricist in my opinion. He going through a tough time right now. But honestly with Wale is one of them artists that when his singles are on the radio or whatever, it's more of a poppy song. It's not one of those conscious songs. But with Wale, if you actually go and like listen to like his music or whatever, some of the songs he got aren't necessarily commercial. They're conscious songs. He's a conscious rapper. He just know what sells. Kind of like what Kendrick doing right now. So yeah. But I don't know. I don't really have nothing to say about that. As far as the Tupac slander, I feel like, you know, like I said, some people are clout chasing. Some people are just, I don't know. Some people just giving their honest opinion. So if you feel like Tupac suck, I mean that's just your opinion. Why people gotta attack folks out because somebody said Tupac suck? And that's another thing, which I understand. Tupac that he can't defend himself. At the same time, like that whole 90s generation, like I feel like that generation of like people, period, they feel like that generation of artists they shouldn't be compared to nobody, especially from this generation, which is BS. I feel like everybody should be, you know what I'm saying, criticized fairly. And they don't do that with this newer generation because they don't even give this newer generation a chance. But that's all I was saying about that. But of course, y'all know, like, subscribe, comment, or whatever. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section or whatever. As y'all know, I got the fresh out the oven thing coming where I put on new artists and basically give my opinion of their mixtapes or projects or whatever, songs. But yeah, man, once again, this is T. Thank you.
Picture me rolling in my 500 Benz. I got no love for these niggas, there's no need to be friends. They got me under surveillance, I swear somebody can tell them. No, there's dope being sold, but I ain't